Good afternoon, good afternoon. Ayan, so kamusta kayo class? Okay, so for this afternoon, no, I'll be discussing this topic so that everyone could create, no, your own restaurant script later on since that is the last part of the performance task under food and beverage subject. Okay, so our topic for today is all about the flow of service, so specifically welcoming and seating the guest. Okay, so always remember as part of the success of every operation of every restaurant, we need to ensure the satisfaction of the customers by means of 100% attention to their requests, no? What else? We make sure that we need to attend all their needs inside the restaurant. Of course, i-include na natin yung the way we will be welcome them inside the restaurant so that they will feel at home during their stay inside the restaurant. Okay? So, our learning objectives. At the end of the session, the students must be able to understand the flow of service inside the restaurant. And number two, identify the phrases to be used in welcoming the guest. So since gagawa kayo mamaya class ng script, so napakahalaga na ano ba yung mga proper words to use or phrases na kailangan mailagay nyo, no? Sa script na gagawin nyo later on. So to start with, ayan, so we have number one. Okay, so number one, be familiar with the setup in the dining room. Okay, so find out what tables are designed for two, for three, or four people, and which ones are reserved for those with reservation. So technically, class, the number one natin as a food attendant, you must familiarize ilan yung capacity na kayang i-occupy ni restaurant mo or restaurant nyo. At ilang seaters po ang available for 2, for 3, for 4, and so on and so forth. At alin din doon class ang may nakareserve na sa hindi pa. So, yung reservation natin class, nangyayari yan beforehand if the customer will call, no, or magpapabook ahead of time. So, of course, on that day, kung kailan sila magvi-visit, dapat may nakalagay na pong signage na reserve or reservation sa table na yon para hindi mo na po ika-count on that day kung yung seats na yan is magpapaupo ka pa ba ng customer or hindi. So that is the first thing that you need to do. Okay? So sa script, pwede nyo naman nang hindi ilagay ito pero gusto ko lang kayo maging knowledgeable on the process, no? Kung paano tayo magwe-welcome ng guest. And then, next, number two, stay at the outlet entrance and approach the guest. Look at each one and greet them with a smile and mention their name and position. So, after familiarizing na po yung mga vacant or occupied seats natin sa restaurant, so the receptionist or it could be the food attendant, pwede po siyang magstay sa sa front door or sa entrance ng ating restaurant. So you need to greet them, like sa example natin dito. Good morning, Mr. Halimbawa, Mr. Valencia. Welcome to our, ano ba name ng restaurant natin? Welcome to our Padayon or welcome to Padayon Restaurant. May I suggest a table for you? So, if you know the person or the customer, pwede natin siyang tawagin sa name nila, lalo na if that is regular or loyal customers nyo na napaulit-ulit bumibisita sa restaurant ninyo. But if not, okay lang din naman na i-greet sila through sir or ma'am. Okay? And the next phrases that you need to use is you are suggesting a table for them. So do not forget na ito dapat muna ang mauna ninyong sabihin sa kanila rather than to escort them agad-agad sa table. So you need to suggest table for them first, and with hands outstretched, so ito na po yon, show the way to the table and say, "This way, please." So always remember sa number 3 natin, pag nag-this way na po tayo, ikaw po dapat yung nauuna sa ating customer or guest. Never po dapat kayo magsabay maglakad or never ka pong nakaposition sa likod ng customer. So as you outstretch your arm, so technically, ang ating food attendant po is nasa unahan po ng guest natin. And also, include din, number 4, if there is no available table, tactfully inform the guest and advise them to wait at the lunch. So, syempre, parang medyo confusing to sa inyo class kasi nag-this way ka na sa kanila eh. Okay? Pero kung familiar ka sa mga seaters sana natin, gaya na nabanggit ko sa number 1, hindi natin pwedeng i-apply agad si number 3 kasi you know already sa front pa lang, sa entrance pa lang, kung occupied or hindi, or may mauupuan ba ang guest or wala. So if there's no available, so wag mo muna silang escort, rather to advise them to wait at the lunch. Okay? So graciously look at the host and the guest as you say, "This is the proper phrases to be used, class. I'm sorry, sir or madam, but all seats have been taken. Do you mind waiting at the lunch? And I'll call you once a table would be available." Okay? So ito po yung best words to use po, no? Para magbigay tayo sa kanila ng a little respect, no, with humbleness, na hindi natin sila makikater at this moment, but if they're willing, pwede naman silang makapasok sa restaurant, no, after ilang minutes. So do not just say, "Sorry, we are full," as there might be seats that soon will be vacated. Okay? So avoid po natin yung word na full. Sometimes ito po yung hindi na-apply, no, in reality ng ating mga food servers, receptionists, captain waiters, kasi marami din namang factors, no? Marami ring reasons like pwedeng peak hours during that time, medyo pressure na din or medyo ang dami na ring ginagawa sa loob ng restaurant. So wala na silang ibang words, no, na masabi. So nakakalimutan maging gracious and respectful tayo the way tayo magbibigay or magbibitaw ng mga words sa ating guests. So number 5, if the guest naman daw class has a reservation, make sure his table is prepared in advance. So ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina sa number 1. If you're familiar already na meron na nagpa-reserve ahead of time, so make sure na naka-ready na yan. So hindi yung i-ready pa lang siya pagdating ng guest. So tell the host, "We have prepared." So pag-greet nyo pa lang sa front, no, or sa entrance, "Good day or good morning, ma'am or sir. We have prepared a nice table for you. Mr. and Miss Valencia, this way, please." So, pwede kayo magtanong, "Ma'am, paano po yun? May reservation sila, but we don't know their name eh." No? Pagpasok, pag encounter namin dun sa front door, hindi namin alam kung sila po yung nagpa-reserve or hindi. So, technically, nangyayari dito, class, yung customer ang nag initiate or guest, no, na nag-open ng conversations na they reserve ng ilang seats ba, etc. So, don't worry about that kasi once they open the conversation, dun yun na malalaman. Sa time na to, okay, yung number na packs na sinasabi nila, number of person na sinasabi ni guest, matatargetan mo na kung ano yung ilan at kung sino ba yung nagpa-reserve. So, don't worry about that kung hindi mo sila kilala. So, from the time pa lang na ma-open nila yung information, we reserve 5 packs for today at 11 a.m. since lunchtime yon. So, alam mo na agad dapat yon as receptionist or food attendant. Alright, ma'am. You are Mr. and Miss Valencia. So, this way please because we have prepared a nice table for you. Something like that. So, avoid asking, "Do you have," ito po yung tatanggalin nyo sa script na gagawin ninyo, no? "Do you have reservations?" So, this sounds offensive for many guests. So, meaning to say, as food attendant po, nire-remind tayo na maging knowledgeable ka kung sino yung nagpa-reserve sa hindi. Okay? So, wag po natin gagamitin, "Do you have reservations?" So, most of the time, ito po yung nangyayari, ito po yung ginagawa in reality. Pero ngayon, i-correct ko kayo, no, that this is unethical if you will ask reservation. So, if you want to ask the name, ayan, no, so pwede mo namang tanungin at babangga naman yan dun sa files ninyo kung may nagpa-reserve din ba nung araw na yun. Okay? So, 6, if the guests come in group, ask how many are we expecting for dine-in today? Rather than 2, ask how many are you or do you have companions? Okay? So, mas maganda na i-reach out natin sila by means of the word expecting. How many are we expecting today rather than how many are you? So, ito lang po yung binibigyan ng emphasis ng number 6 natin. And also, lead the guest towards the table and walk a little ahead of them when escorting them to their table. So as you approach the table, ask, will this table be all right for you, ladies, or sir, or for ma'am, or sir? Okay, so ito nangyayari to, um, after nyo nang i-escort si guest, nag-lead na kayo ng way kung saan sila papunta, and then i-present nyo yung table kung saan sila uupo. And then do not forget to ask if that is all right for them. Kasi may mga chances tayo, class, na meron tayong mga customers na kahit yun yung available table, gusto nila magpalipat sa ibang table. Ano yung minsang reason? Mamaya yung naibigay mo pong table is medyo sinag yung araw, no? Di sila komportable doon. Or baka naman medyo masikip or mainit banda doon sa ibinibigay mong table. So may chance naman silang magpalit, no? Or magpalipat ng table. So assist mo na lang sila. But do not forget na hindi tayo ang magde-decide as food attendant or receptionist kung saan mo sila paupuin. Tanungin pa rin sila at the end of the day if the table is all right for them. And endorse them to the captain waiter and assist them in getting seated if no waiter is available. So, nangyayari naman tong number 8 natin, class, just in case po na alimbawa sa opening ang naka-duty lang ay isang receptionist and si captain waiter. So, of course, receptionist will stay at the front door so walang mag-aasikaso to lead the way sa customers natin papasok. So, this is the time na kakailanganin nyo yung presence ni captain waiter para i-transfer sa kanya si customer kasi hindi mo po pwedeng iwanan ang ating front door. So, si captain waiter ngayon, siya ang bahalang um, magbigay ng comfortable table sa guest at mag-a-assist the all throughout the stay ng ating customer sa restaurant. Okay, pero kapag halimbawang marami naman po ang naka-duty, you don't need to endorse sa captain waiter. So nakalagay nga dito if no waiter is available lang. Pero kung in reality sa duty, marami namang mag-a-assist, so do not wait or do not endorse sa captain waiter natin. Di na siya kailangan. So if the waitress on standby, tell the guest, halimbawa naman po, madami ang naka-duty, but it so happen na pagpasok ng guest from the entrance pa lang is busy po yung mga mag-a-assist na food attendant or servers. So pwede po tayong magbigay ng cue sa ating customer that our waiter or waitress, Fiona, will attend to you, madam. Okay? If the waiter is still busy, say our waiter will be with you in a short while, madam or sir. So, bibigyan pa rin natin sila ng clarifications kung ilang oras pa ba sila mag-aantay or sino yung mag-a-assist sa kanila. Kasi most of the time, di ba, pagpasok pa lang ng customer, gusto literal ng customer is ma-assist na agad sila on the spot. Pero hindi nila nakikita sometimes pag busy, hindi mo naman talaga maharap agad-agad na matake yung order nila, mapaupo sila, and so on and so forth. So if that will be the case, sa script ninyo, pwede kayong maglagay mamaya na parang may mga busy moment doon sa script na gagawin nyo, si waiter or waitress, or meron ding pagkakataon na si captain waiter lang ang naka-duty and receptionist. So gawan nyo na ng ano yan, bala na kayo gumawa ng script at yung flow ng service. As long na tama po yung mga phrases na gagamitin natin. Okay? So next is give them a copy of menu and say, would you like to review the menu now while you wait? Okay, so pag paupo sa guest, no, automatic po is magbibigay na tayo sa kanila ng menu card. So waiter or captain shall assist the guest in getting seated by pulling the chair a little away from the table to allow the guest to get in, then by pushing the chair back towards the table to make the guest get seated comfortably. Okay? So makikita ninyo, no, dito sa part na to, sa number 9 natin, wag po nating hayaan na yung guest natin ang mismong uh, mag-pull ng chair nila. Okay? So rather than the food server, attendant, or pwedeng si captain, waiter. Okay? So, pwede nyo ring ilagyan to ng script, no? So, excuse me, ma'am or sir, may I pull your chair so that you can sit comfortably, something like that. Kasi may mga guest naman tayo, they don't know the flow of service, hinahatak na nila upuan, upo na sila. Wala namang problema doon, pero kung kakayanin nating i-apply, lalo na pag marami, 'di ba? Apatan sila, hindi mo naman lahat 'yun mapupul yung chair ng isa-isa. The rest of the guest is sila na talaga. But at least you did that you did your part, no? Na magbigay ng permission sa kanila that you need to pull their chair. So actually, itong pulling the chair naman, nangyayari to sa mga formal fine dining restaurant. No, itong flow of service sa formal fine dining to. Sa mga casual natin na restaurant, coffee shop, or cafeterias, wala naman pong too much service na ginagawa ang servers natin. Just the food lang talaga and special request. Pero itong talagang ano tayo, nakatutok sa kanila, and we are very attentive sa service na ginagawa natin. So of course, this is um this is something to do sa formal fine dining ano natin, um restaurant. Okay? So once the guest seated, waiter may assist in unfolding the napkin on the lap of the guest, and this is done on the right side of the guest with two fingers holding top corners of the napkin. So then carefully placing it down the lap with the right hand towards the guest, but carefully not to touch the lap of the customer. So pag napaupo na po natin yung guest, so in short class, yung mga table napkin po is i-unfold natin. So unfold natin siya, saan nyo po hahawakan? Sa top corners ng napkin. So make sure natin na hindi rin po matouch ang any parts of the body ng ating customers. So you can create also a script on this sa number 10. Pwede kayong ask ng permission. Excuse me, madam. Excuse me, sir. Can I unfold your table napkin? Ayan. So if, syempre sasagot yung guest. If yes, so pwede natin siyang gawin. So if no, ano po yung pwede natin maging answer sa kanila. So gawan nyo rin po yun ng script. Okay? So next is taking food order. So sa pag-take ng order natin, we must prepare pen, menu card, and the order slip. So you need to stand erect as food server and smile and greet the guest. If you don't know the name, address them with mom or sir and present the menu. Okay? So, in presenting the menu po, meron tayong dalawang ano dito, way, which is letter A natin, present the cover facing the customer. So, ito is kung one page lang or one document lang po ang ating, or single document lang po ang ating menu card. So, you need to present the cover itself. So, disregard nyo yung book type dito sa open and close parenthesis kasi applicable po siya sa letter B. Letter B, if not, present it open sa customer. So, ito naman po yung klase ng mga menu card na may mga ilang pages po. Okay? So, wag mo siyang ibibigay na naka-close rather than to open dun sa first page po ng ating menu card. So, that's the correct way po in presenting the menu. So, pag na-present na natin sa kanila ng menu, so, take the food order if the guests have made their choice. Pag hindi pa po sila ready na ma-take yung order, pwede po natin sabihin, I'll be back to get your order. Okay? So, mapapansin mo naman yun as food attendant if they are prepared or not. No? Kung hindi pa sa tingin mo, pwede po tayong umalis muna sa tabi nila and then balikan na lang as they raise their hand. Pero may mga customers tayong, lalo na pag regular na, hindi na nila kailangan sometimes ng menu card, alam na nila yung orderin nila, nag-order agad. So make sure ready lang lagi yung mga pen, menu cards, and order slip natin. And if they're ready to order, pwede nating sabihin, no, the phrases like, may I take your order now? Ayan. Okay? So, get nyo naman yan. So, write all orders in an order slip in triplicate. So, this is the traditional way kasi tatlong kopya. Yung isa sa kitchen, yung isa sa waiter, yung isa sa cashier. Okay? So, may tatlong copy na nag-exist sa loob ng restaurant. But if the restaurant has the POS or the point of sale, so, ililist down lang natin doon sa ating system lahat po ng orders. So, isa sa requirement is si food attendant, he or she needs to swipe his or her card, wherein yung card na yan is may naka-indicate po na pangalan niya, ano po yung ID number at code ni food server natin. So, bakit may mga name, code, and ID? Kasi anytime po na magkaroon ng problema or complaint si customers natin, alam po kung sino ang tatawagin ni cashier or ni kitchen. Halimbawa, may problema sa order, wrong order po yung na-serve, alam po niya kung sino po ang tatanungin. Kung mali ba talaga si kitchen o mali po ang na-take ng order. Okay? And even sa pag-bill out, if yung transactions ng guest natin, ang payment ba is through card or cash, at least kung magkaroon man ng problem si cashier, if sa card ng customer natin, is tatawagin niya po si food attendant. That's why meron tayong card. Sinaswipe yan sa POS. Okay? That's the essence. Pero kung order slip naman to, usually naglalagay din ng food server name para alam kung sino din yung kailangang i-communicate if may problem. So, letter C, immediately received by a terminal at the kitchen and print out the order is released for the dispatching of orders. Okay? So, kapag ano na natin siya, encode na po natin sa ating POS, normally, pumapasok na po yung mga printout niyan sa iba't ibang station. So, meron ng copy si kitchen, may kopya pa si cashier. Okay? So, copy na rin yan para meron din susundan, no, sa pagde-dispatch ng order. So, next is suggestive selling. So, ngayon, nakita mo na may order na si guest, no? Naka-encode na rin sa slip mo or sa POS mo yung mga orders, or pwede mong diskartehan bago mo encode sa POS, no? Pwede ka na mag-suggest sa kanila ng iba pang items or products. So, alternative items, if the stocks are not available. Halimbawa, nag-order siya ng halo-halo, pero kulang yung ingredients, no? Or ubos na si ingredients natin. Baka pwede ka mag-offer ng ibang dessert like leche flan, buko pandan, or coffee jelly. Okay? So, you need to do the suggestive selling. Or pwede rin namang mag-offer ka ng wine sa kanila as part of wine presentation. No? I-sell out mo din yung mga wines na meron sa restaurant. Okay? Or, another, pwede nyo rin isama sa script, magsa-suggestive selling ka. Halimbawa, napansin mo, ang order ng customer is soup and salad lang. So, baka pwede natin siyang offeran ng main course, ng beverage, at ng dessert. So, mapapansin mo naman yan as food attendant na parang kulang pa or bakit ito lang yung order ni guest. Pero hindi po tayo mamimilit. Isa-suggest mo lang. So, you can include it to your script. Ano po yung mga gusto ninyong isuggest sa customers ninyo as part of suggestive selling. And then 7, pagdating naman dito sa 7, dish preparation. So, nakapag-take ka na ng order sa kanila, i-check mo rin po sa list, baka may mga items po tayo doon na kailangang tanungin kung paano yung way ng luto na gusto ni customer. Halimbawa, kung nag-offer tayo ng steak. So, how would you like the steak done? Okay, is it rare, medium, rare, or well done? Ganun din 'di ba sa eggs? No, kung mag-order sila ng tapsilog. So, ano ba yung luto ng eggs ang gusto nila? Is it sunny side up, pa-omelette style, or hard-boiled? Something like that. So, mapapansin mo yan sa menu card kung ano po yung mga klase ng pagkain na kailangan pong tanungin si guest the way it is being prepared. Pero hindi naman po lahat kailangan tanungin. Kasi syempre, meron talaga tayong standard kung paano siya pine-prepare, may ilan lang talaga. Okay? So, always remember on that. So, example din, what dish would you like for your Filipino breakfast? So, meron pala tayong Filipino breakfast, may choices doon, beef tapa or boneless. Baka ang in-order lang ni guest, one Filipino breakfast. And then, nag-decide ka, sige, beef tapa na lang. Pero yun pala gusto niya boneless. So, kailangan mong i-clarify sa kanya kung alin ba dun sa Filipino breakfast yung gusto niyang i-order. Kasi sa menu card, minsan nakakalito din yan. Kala nila, pag Filipino breakfast, yung nasa picture, yun yung, yun yung in-order nila. Ayun pala yung kabilang words or kabilang combo pala yung nakalagay sa menu card. So, medyo confusing sa part nila. So, might as well to repeat na lang yung order or ask them specific kung ano ba talaga. Okay? So, what else? So, we have seven. Parang nag-seven na ako kanina. I guess this is number 8. Repeat the order of the customers and ask them if they're willing to wait 15 minutes for the preparation of their food. So, pinakamahalaga to class, no, sa flow of service natin kasi minsan may mga customers din tayong um, hindi nagigets ang in-order nila. Hindi pala nagkaintindihan sa order. Pero mas maganda pa din na maulit natin sa kanila ano yung mga ni-request nila sa'yo para at least transparent tayo sa isi-serve at i-dispatch din ni kitchen. And lagi niyong tandaan na nagbibigay tayo sa kanila ng time. So 15 to 20 minutes for the preparation of their food. So do not forget that para expectation nila is ma-manage din nila. Kasi may ibang customers, kala nila pag order, instant luto na agad. No? Isa-serve na, hindi nila alam. May mga process at may mga prior orders pa bukod sa kanila. So, i-inform natin sila with the time lang. Okay? So, maging realistic tayo. If that is 15 minutes class, kailangan 15 minutes yung kanilang waiting time. So, ngayon, ang napapansin ko sa mga restaurant ngayon, hindi na 15 minutes eh. Naglalagay na sila at least 30 minutes. Kasi siguro sa dami ng orders din talaga, over manpower, no? Pero hindi naman umabot din ng 30 minutes na sasapul naman nila yung 15 minutes. So, sa tingin ko ano lang sila ng extra minutes pa para siguro mas pasok doon sa expectation ng customer natin pagdating sa time. And another, makita natin after the waiting time is yung serving na. Serve the orders according to the sequence of menu. So yung sequence of menu natin, class, always remember, magkakasunod po ito since formal fine dining restaurant ang ating pinupunto po dito sa topic na to. Appetizer, soup, salad, main course, and dessert. Yan po yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng serving. So kung mapapansin nyo, class, wala po dito yung beverages kasi po, yung beverage po natin is sineserve na siya sa una. Okay? Kahit nga simpleng water lang yan, nasa unang part na po yan ng service. So hindi na siya isasama dito sa pinaka sequel, no, ng pagse-serve ng menu. So yung wine natin, naka-separate din naman yan kasi ang wine natin, meron pa tayong ginagawang mga presentations, 'di ba? Katulad ng ginawa nyo last time. So hindi natin siya sinasama sa sequence of menu. Okay? So ngayon, appetizer ang maunang iserve kung may order siya na appetizer. And then, pagkaubos ni appetizer, bus out yan. Then, pasok na agad ni soup. Okay? Serve agad ni soup. Pag naubos si soup, bus out, serve na ni salad. Pag naubos na si salad, bus out ulit, serve na si main course. Pag naubos na po si main course, bus out po ng plato ni main course, serve na po si dessert. So, hindi po siya katulad class ng casual sa casual restaurant natin na halos lahat pwedeng pagsabay-sabayin o halos lahat po ng order is isa-serve ng isang bagsak sa oval tray. Hindi po. So may service tayo na sinusunod dito kasi formal fine dining po ito. Hangga't hindi po ubos ni guest, hindi ka po pwede mag-serve ng next order po nila. Excuse me. So, unless lang po is ang ating customer po, pero bihira mangyari to ha, mag-request na gusto nilang pagsabay yung orders nila, like appetizer and soup, no? Pero kapag lahat gustong ipaserve, hindi po inaalaw yan kasi nasa formal settings po tayo. Okay? So, ganun po. So, as the guest satisfaction when it comes to the taste of the food, so medyo kalagitnaan na to. Nakita mong ilang serve na kayo ng pagkain sa table niya. That's the time na pwede natin silang balikan at kamustahin regarding the taste ng pagkain in order nila. So, it's very helpful for the restaurant to have the feedback para ma-improve no next time kung ano man yung dapat i-improve coming from our customers. And next is you need to present the bill as they raise their hand, no, natapos na silang kumain. Kailangan nyo pong ipakita magkano po yung total bill. So you need to open the bill jacket, yung color black, and then naka-attach po dun yung receipt. Kasi for example, here's your bill, ma'am. It costs 2,500 pesos only. And then, bigay nyo na sa kanila yung receipt, no? And then, pwede ka mag-antay sa side nila ng customer hanggang ibigay nila yung kanilang payment. So, always remember, if ang payment nila is through cash, you need to input sa receipt sa taas cash. If sila po is naka-card, include nyo rin po sa taas card. Yung cash po is kailangan rin po naka-indicate magkano po yung na-receive nyo sa customer. So for example, if that is 2,500, nagbigay ng 3,000, ino-note nyo po sa taas na receipt, 3,000 po yung na-receive nyo. And then, ibabalik po kay cashier. Okay? So sasabihin nyo sa customer, I received 3,000 ma'am or I received 3,000 sir. Then wait for a while. That's the process. Wait for a while. And I'll get back shortly ma'am to return your change. Okay? And then after that, after returning the change to the customers, so hindi po tayo magbibid ng goodbye kung alam nating nakaupo pa sila. Kung alam nyong nakikipag-usap pa sila o nakikipagtsikahan. Actually, this is the time na pwede ka pa mag-suggest. Baka gusto pa nila mag-coffee or tea. No? Ito pa yung pwedeng pagkakataon na pwede ka pa sa kanilang mag-suggest pa ng ibang item. Pero kapag paalis na, ayan, mapapansin mo naman yan na medyo palabas na sila ng restaurant at kung nakatayo na sa kablang po tayo, magbibid ng goodbye. That thank you ma'am and sir for coming today and we hope to see you soon. Ayan. Ayun po yung phrases na pwede natin gamitin sa bidding goodbye. Okay? So do not forget to thank them. So ito na po yung nawawala in reality. Pag nakalabas na yung guest, wala na pagtas kumain. Wala man lang kahit isa yung mag-thank you, no? So sana kayo once you work, no? Pagdating ng panahon, andun pa din yung respect natin, no, sa ating mga customers. Okay? So I guess this is the end of the presentation. So for your sit work class, kailangan nyo mag-submit no, ng inyong restaurant script. So may receptionist doon, merong food attendant. Pwede kayo mag-include ng captain, waiter, plus syempre si guest nag-answer din. So may freedom kayo to have your own script. Basta ito pong diniscuss ko ngayon is hindi po mawawala as part of the content. Okay? So pakibalikan na lang po yung discussion natin just in case may gusto kayong i-clarify. Pero kung gets naman, you can do the script na po and submit it sa ating G-class until 2 p.m. tomorrow. So tomorrow po, sa morning, no need na po kayong mag-visit sa school, lalo na yung mga hindi pa naka-assign sa laboratory. At ang papasok lang po ay yung mga maglalab. So may take time to finish your script then and kindly submit it on time. So if you have questions and clarifications naman po, ayan, do not hesitate to send me a message. So that's all for today, class. Thank you for your time. And I hope to see you soon. God bless everyone.